And back at the Tipoff Luncheon and Media Day, visiting now with Horizon League Commissioner Jon LeCrone, and great to have you here in town. I'm sure you, like the rest of us, very excited when the basketball season comes around.
Kevin, we are. Been making the rounds right now, and every year I kind of say this, but there's something special about this year. In talking with our coaches, I think they feel that the league's really going to be competitive, and I think our opposing coaches out in the league are pretty wary of the basketball team here, and after seeing them last night, I mean, there's some talent out there, so I think it'll be a really fun year for Milwaukee.
We would certainly like to think so, and you mentioned the depth of the league. I mean, that's what I'm struck by when our team here would like to think they can compete for the title, and they're picked fourth. I'm sure up the road in Green Bay, you keep going down the list, and you have to go pretty deep before you run into a team that maybe is thinking, we might not win the title. A lot of teams really do think so.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. You just go down the list and start with Buck Butler, who's been picked first and has a national ranking, go right down the list. I mean, I think the league games this year, I mean, they're going to be unbelievably competitive. You know, the Green Bay people excited. You all here, Wright State could be very good. I could literally list everyone down, all 10 of our teams. So I think it's going to be extraordinarily competitive, and that's why I'm pretty excited to get going and see how we can do here.
Absolutely, and one of the things then with the league better and better, you want to get more exposure for it, more television. I know you guys keep working with ESPN, trying to work with some local stations, get as much exposure as possible.
Yeah, a couple of things, Kevin. We're in the middle of a renegotiation with ESPN. I'm pretty bullish about that, so I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about the job you guys do here in television with your local stuff. I mean, I think that's tremendous. Helps the Horizon League Network grow, which is another very exciting platform for us, and we hope soon to have a pretty interesting announcement with regard to league syndication. So what's happening, and I think it is absolutely related to the growth of our competitiveness, is we're just getting more programming out there so more people can watch Horizon League basketball. So that's pretty good.
I know one of the other questions that we got asked was, the fall tournaments wound up going down to 6 teams. Basketball is not, and I assume that's likely to stay that way for a while, that the men's and women's basketball would stay at the full 10 teams.
Yeah, that's right. Basketball will stay at the full 10, and, with the move to 6, I think was something we did that we wanted to experiment with. So that's not written in sand, and I've already gotten a couple of notes and calls from ADs about, hey, did we make the right decision? That's why we revisit all those things. So you could see a movement back up to full bracketing, but basketball will stay at 10 and 10 on both sides of the ball there.
And I know, too, I'll throw at you because I know Rob here has talked about some different ideas. There's always different ideas floating around how to tweak that basketball tournament. That's another thing that just as successful as the format has been, everybody's always looking at, could we make it even better? Could we twist and turn a few things?
You know what? We always have to look for constant improvement. Just because we started it 5 or 6 years ago and we're having some success, that's probably more of a reason to look at it and try to change it and tweak it and make it better, see if we can improve it. And we talked about that. And in fact, the basketball coaches, just at their last meeting, wanted to make a format change in the order of games that we play. We'll keep looking at that. It hadn't been passed by our executive council yet, but we got to keep looking for ways to improve our tournament. You don't want to keep standing still because people will pass you by.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for coming to town. Great to have you here, and I'm sure we'll see you throughout the year.
Thanks, Kevin.